First of all, I wanted to talk about these Nintendo mobile video games. I need to start out by making a correction to last week when I talked about 2 Pokemon games coming out. The Mystery Monsters, I cannot believe exists. And Nintendo must have flown a million lawyers into wherever this place is, because they were advertising it hard on YouTube for the last week or whatever, and it starts out with somebody's hands holding old school Game Boys and taking the carts out of them, and then trying to push the Game Boy carts into their telephone. The real Pokemon carts, you know what I mean? It's not like it's black phase fuzzed out or anything like that. And then it goes into the game. The music's the same. It's totally in the background, and the graphics look exactly the same, only you never see the avatars and stuff. You just see these monsters that look like Pokemon, and it is not a Pokemon game. It comes from some ghetto company you've never heard of before.
Really?
With the music being the same, that's what really had me convinced that it was real before. So good luck to whoever. I hope you made $100 million to pay to settle with Nintendo for $80 million or whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's crazy how bad that is. But then the other one's legit. The Pokemon Duel come from the Pokemon Company instead of Niantic. You didn't get a chance to play it? You're saying?
I did not. No, it's sick.
So, have you ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
No.
Really? Never even once?
Nope.
That's weird. I thought you were a true fan. The reason why I even brought that up is because it's kind of like they're kind of similar in a couple ways. Like, first of all, you're playing the game with little figurines, like they look like amiibos or whatever, instead of actual real Pokemon. It's on a grid. This is Pokemon Duels. I don't know if we said that. It came out. It's free to play, and the grid is like you're trying to get to your opponent's base to win it, and you have to have battles when your characters match up on the grid. When you have battles, though, you're spinning a wheel and then hitting stop, and it's like miss, and then the 4 things that are on their cards as far as damages. So one will be 30, one will be 50, things like that, and that's a battle. So I don't know how I really feel about that. It's, to me, the gameplay of the battle, it's fun on the board, trying to strategize defeating them on the board, but the battles themselves, they take too long and totally no gameplay at all. Just press the button to stop the spinner, and then wherever it is, and then the other guy's spinning at the same time. I still might I only had a chance to check it out for maybe 15 minutes or something, so I might put a little bit more time into it to see what if it can grab me more than that, but yeah, definitely just really, really weird again that these guys are not on sync with Nintendo. At least Nintendo, throw these guys a friggin' bone to put your Friends Club code on it to earn Nintendo points like everything else. The fact that they're totally separate and they're both going mobile right now with different strategies and whatnot is not smart. I just can't believe that they're not marketing this better.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Makes
no sense.
So then the other one is Fire Emblem. The Fire Emblem mobile game came out this week as well. So finally got to dig in a little bit. What are your thoughts on it?
I'm digging it so far. I like it. I mean, I played the Fire Emblem for 2DS or 3DS.
Awakening.
And really liked it. It's obviously not quite as involved as that. It's like a simpler version. But so far, I'm digging it. It's just playing it at work and playing it while my roommate's watching TV and stuff. It's I wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, it's good. I like playing it so far. I mean, I'm to chapter 2 or something, or chapter 3 maybe even, where I'm now. It's actually kind of hard to get around the maps.
Is it getting
And,
harder?
like,
Because I
yeah.
feel like it's Fire Emblem for babies through chapter 1.
Yeah, it's definitely getting harder, which the real games like that too. You know, the maps are real simple to start off, and then
I just
they
feel
get
like
more.
there's no chance on Earth that I'm gonna lose in any level that I played so far.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't really gotten to that point either.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, it's a fun game. It's for
Has
free.
it tried?
I don't know.
So I'm
I mean-
through the first chapters. Not to the second part yet. Are they trying to sell you anything yet?
No.
Yeah, so far I haven't seen where the free to play aspect comes in.
I mean, I think you could buy more orbs and stuff.
But
Like-
have you ever felt compelled to use an orb? Even? I mean,
Oh well, yeah. There's some new heroes.
but you don't need to. Like I dominate those matches without them.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
guess. But I mean, I think that's half the fun is collecting heroes. At least
Sure.
for me, I like to see like I got this. The first time that I went to summon the heroes, I summoned 4, and one of them was this like 5-star gold chick, and she's fucking dominates. Like she can like one-shot anybody.
Yeah.
And
Don't get me wrong. I'm down with collecting that. If that is the sole thing, if you don't need them to beat the matches and it's just about collecting them, then I'm totally cool with that model.
yeah,
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
yeah, me too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not like
I bet you they come out with like DLC in the future where it's like get this special character that you couldn't get before, and then if people don't have enough orbs, they'd actually pay for them because it'll only be available for a week or something like that. You know,
Right.
if they want to do that, go right ahead. If I can beat
Yeah.
the whole game without, and that's what the money part of it is, then
Yeah.
cool. You know?
Yeah, it's almost like a cosmetic purchase. You know, not a little more than just cosmetics. Like, I mean, like what are the PC games? Counter-Strike. They make so much money off of weapon skins
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yep.
But you can play the game without paying any money. So it's kind of like that. It's more than just a skin. It's an actual character. But yeah, if you don't need them, that's sweet.
Yeah, if that's what it is, it's cool. Other than that, I can't figure out quite if I would I play this game if it wasn't coming from Nintendo, if I didn't have all this set up, if it didn't have Fire Emblem skins on it, would I be playing it anyways? Like, it just seems too simple for me at this point. I'm going to put some more time into it, but I do feel like, it's that I'm only into it because I know all of that other stuff, not because it's a fun game. You know what I mean? Is
Right.
it going to keep me hooked? I don't know that it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I played. If you get 20 orbs, that's the cheapest way. You can spawn 5 heroes at once on that wheel or whatever. It's the most efficient way. So I played enough rounds to get a new round of heroes, and then after that, I kind of set it down. I don't know if I really care too
Sure.
much. We'll see.
Sure.
I mean, I want to keep playing to see how the maps get. In the actual game, you're going up mountains and stuff, and then this is obviously just a flat board for the most part. I don't know. We'll see. I'll play it a little bit more. See.
Totally. Yeah, so speaking of that, let's give a quick shout out of our friends codes on there. This is the week, this is launch week. It's never going to be bigger than this. Everybody, it's free. Go to your app store, what is it, Google Play Store, if you have a real phone, go to the app store, and then in there, download Fire Emblem. What's it called? Fire Emblem
Heroes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep, Fire Emblem Heroes. Download that bad boy and then hit us up on the friend request, and then let's see what playing together is like, things like that, or if we can dominate your scores or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I got my code is 963-600-8322.
Yeah.
You want me to read yours, or do you got it in front of you?
Mine's on the tablet. I
Okay.
gave it to you.
All right, so it's 811-919-3924. So hit us up.
yeah,
Let's
you
make the
can.
friends list pop for a week here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're iPhone or Android. We can all
Right,
be
it's
friends.
cross. Yep. For sure.
So,
All right, cool. So that went a lot longer than I thought it would. A couple other things that I had to just talk about quick here is The Last Guardian. So I'm still psyched to play The Last Guardian myself. It has already had a permanent price cut to $40.
$20. Yeah, I saw that.
It took them 10 years to make that game, and it was at full price for 2 months.
Yeah.
You know,
it's crazy.
Yeah, all signs point to it being a good game. I definitely will play it this year. Haven't had a chance to yet, but I absolutely am gonna. Yeah, that sucks for them, man. They must have just fucking ate ass on
Right.
the money off of that game.
Real.
Yeah. Just a couple other things out this week is Neo. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Dark Souls. If you're a Dark Souls fan, Neo looks to be good. Horizon Zero Dawn's right around the corner. We're in the month. It's coming out February 28th. And I heard a talk show with some of the developers this week on the PlayStation blog. Excuse me, on the interview they had with them. And then the guys there got to play it for like 4 hours afterwards. They all came back raving about how it's way more RPG-ish than you think it is.
Really?
That it's not just an action game like it is, like you've seen with all the fights and her walking around with dinosaurs walking around her, that the kind of crafting and going to the city to buy stuff and you know, and the upgrading through you know, leveling and stuff like that is hardcore, is what I'm hearing.
Really?
So that would be sweet.
That's sweet. Yeah, that sounds good.
You know, I didn't really even think about it. I kind of figured that this game would be that I would compare a game like this to a game like Uncharted or something like that. You know, it sounds like the comparisons are going to be between this and Witcher. You know, it's more that type of game, that action RPG.
Really?
So I hope.
Yeah.
And then you better be careful, because if you're coming at the Witcher, you better come hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If your game's not solid, people are going to notice.
For real. Yeah.
You know?
But if it's good, yeah, I mean, that's awesome. That sounds good.
Yeah, totally. And then they just announced the free February games for PlayStation and Xbox. A couple highlights on the PlayStation is Little Big Planet 3. So finally kind of like a real game, and especially around my house, that'll get some play for sure.
Nice.
Not a Hero is a game I didn't care about it at all. Even looking at the trailer, I thought I would never play this ever. And then I found out that it's from the developers of Ali 2, which are awesome. I can't recommend those games enough. So now I'm totally stoked. That's Not a Hero. And then there was a bunch of garbage for PS3 and Vita. I'm calling it like it is nowadays. I used to be excited for anything that was free or whatever. Yeah. But Ninja Senkai DX and Torkel, it's like I usually go through and put everything in my library, no matter what it is. It's like I'm going to start cutting that off in protest against the crap that some of these games are. Over on the Xbox, you're getting, if you get the Xbox One, you're getting Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, you're getting Project Cars, Monkey Island 2, and Star Wars The Force Unleashed. One thing I never thought about that's cool, if you have an Xbox, since we're PlayStation guys now, you know, that whole list is all digital working on Xbox One. You know, since they opened up backwards compatibility, it'd be pretty sweet. I mean, if you or I bought an Xbox One and plugged it in our living room right now, you know, 20 games would pop in.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that would be sweet.
Yep. And then finally, so one last thing. I just wanted to bring this up. Listen to the Kotaku podcast whenever I can. And those guys brought something up about Scorpio. So Scorpio's coming out this year. Right? This fall.
Yeah.
They were talking about what would Microsoft have to do to get you to buy a Scorpio. In the one comment that was brought up that I'd never even thought about is they said, make it have architecture in it so that it plays PC games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're Microsoft, so they could easily do that. And
yeah.
If the Scorpio comes out this year and that's what gets announced at E3,
yeah,
that would make me buy it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that kind of blew my mind a little bit, and you just kind of think about how lately Microsoft has not been doing well. They're canceling games from all their first party and third party game studios, like a lot lately. If you look on the Microsoft Horizon for Xbox, the games that are coming out for it exclusive, it's friggin' nothing at this point. Yeah, it's a bad scene over there. So that's the one thing that they could do to definitely pique my interest.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. And yeah, I mean, I wonder how that would affect, like, I guess Microsoft, they don't actually make PCs, so I guess it wouldn't really
Right.
affect their sales,
Correct.
as far as like PC sales.
Right.
I mean, they make, so
And
yeah,
they're
that
already
would
kind
be
of going
awesome.
that direction with this, making their first party games play on PC, or you get 2 copies of
Right.
it. So yeah.
Yeah, if they did that, yeah, I would get it.
Right.
For sure.
And then you're looking at the holiday season, that or a Switch. I get that
Yeah.
in a second
Right.
over
Yeah.
a Switch. You
Yeah.
know, it's looking bad for Nintendo.
Yep.
It's looking bad.